Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Monday, so you know we're here with coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. I'm here with my co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. We want to give a big shout out to everyone listening over on the Clubhouse and for those of you watching live. And hey, we just want to give a shout out to those of you who are viewing the replay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get this conversation started shortly. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we've invited you all to be a part of the Biz Chicks community. We are forming our circle over there on the Circle app, and we'd love for you to join in. You can join by just clicking right there on the link, or you can text Biz to 33777. Let me get that connection for you. Hold on a moment, I'll have that banner shortly. And we just love for you to come on in and be a part of the Biz Chicks community. You can see the number scrolling across the bottom there. Text Biz to 33777 and join us there in the Biz Chicks circle. We are so excited about that. And we'd love for you to come in. We'd love to see your profile so we can know what businesses you are engaging in, nonprofits, whatever it is you're doing. Um, and we'd love to have you be a part so we can share that information out with other biz chicks. Hey.
Yay.
So, welcome, welcome, welcome to the conversation this morning. And today's topic is
Are
stick
you
to
sticking
plan.
to the plan?
So, the question today is I guess we should start with the basics. Do you have a plan?
Well,
Okay.
I think most people do have a plan,
I
and
Go ahead.
and today I just think we're asking the question: are you sticking to it?
Hmm. Hmm. And I think a lot of times people have not identified the fact that they actually have a plan. Your routine is your plan. If you're doing that thing on a regular, you have either a voluntary or an involuntary plan.
Yep. So do okay. So we are taking it that you already have a plan, but are
Mm.
you sticking to the plan? And I'll tell you how this conversation or this story got started. My husband is into boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were watching this boxing match on Saturday night, and it had been hyped up for months. It is like this major rivalry. They had fought two times before. There
Mm.
was some drama and controversy and blah, blah, blah. Well, the one fighter, uh, he came in and he knew what he wanted to do. The other fighter, he worked out, he trained, and he was going to change his plan
Mm.
for to take on this other person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he changed up his plan, he changed up his game plan, and in the first round he was very effective with the plan that he came up with.
Okay. And that was the result of changing the plan.
Changing his strategy. He had
Okay.
changed the strategy. He planned to change the strategy based on the opponent he was facing.
Mm-hmm.
So he changed that and he was being very effective with it. But in round three, he stopped doing the new plan.
Oh, so
He
he reverted to the old plan. Okay.
and he lost the fight the first time in the old plan
Mm. Mm-hmm.
because he's very, he knocked out of all of the fights, 44 or whatever, 42 of them, he knocked the people out. So
Okay.
he just went back to his old standard of way of doing things. That did not work this time.
You know, sometimes we get that what do you call it? Muscle memory?
Mm-hmm. And
And
that's
when
exactly what it was. He reverted back to his old routine and did not stick to the plan. Okay, every time you want to go to a new level, you're going to have a new plan to get to that new level, to get to that next spot, to get to the next place that you wanted to get to. And it may okay, the plan is to get there. You may need to do some adjustments to the plan or whatever, but you need to stick to it. you know Health wise, I have to stick to the plan even if I don't feel like
mm,
sticking to the plan. You are not going to feel like sticking to the plan every day. So
mhm.
that's when you need to make the plan a habit.
Well, Sean says stick with the plan.
Right. So you make the plan a habit where it's autopilot.
Mhm, mhm,
And that's what was going on with him. It was autopilot for him. He won all of those other fights doing it that way. But he had to have a different strategy. And so he and his trainers, they came up with a different plan and a different strategy. They were
mhm.
working that strategy in the plan.
Mhm.
It was working.
Okay.
And he stopped. Hey, Sean, thank you. I don't know what's up with Facebook. Facebook is who they are. So we're so glad to have you over on YouTube. And while you're over there, hit the subscribe button, and you will always be able to find us there or in the circle. So yeah, uh, or in the clubhouse too. So there's
Mhm.
several ways that you can catch us, and you can watch it on Twitter too, on our Twitter live. Huh, so many ways. But back to the story, the
Uh-huh.
young man, I do believe he would have won the fight had he stuck to his plan,
To the new strategy.
to the new strategy. Had he and his trainer kept saying, okay, I need you to go back to the body. You need to go back and do what we trained for all these months, nearly 20 months of training. We trained, and I need you to go back to that. He didn't listen to his trainer. Oh,
Mhm.
wait, you all have coaches. You have hired coaches, and they gave you a prescription. Could be a personal trainer, could be a business trainer, and they gave you something to do to get you where you wanted to go. But are you deviating from that plan? Well, I don't think I have to do that. I don't think I have to drink that much water. I don't think I need to, you know,
Wow.
oh, don't take all that. Whatever our minds happen to have swirling around up there, it really does take all that. It really does take you to stick to the plan. You're going to have to silence the drunk monkeys and the bears on the bike and the clowns in the car and everything else that's happening to stick to that plan. And sticking to the plan most likely will mean that you have to do it every day. Today, I have to make up my mind to stick to the plan today. Now, I'm not trying to stick to the plan for
Next week.
next month and all the way down. Just get up and stick to the plan today. Get up. Okay, I'm going to walk. I think it's easier when you write your plan down.
Mm. Okay.
We write down what we're going to do for the day. We're going to do a certain thing. We write it down. Okay, I'm going to do this. And what I've learned is if you don't write the plan down someplace, you're probably going to not do it.
Or you're going to miss something.
Right. Some part of the plan, because you can do the plan in pieces, and whatever portion of the plan that needs to be done, if you don't write it down, you're more than likely not going to do it. If it never makes it to your schedule, it's probably not going to get done. And that's a plan too.
You know,
That's
in
part of the
government,
plan
they
too.
say if it's not documented, it did not happen.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
So, sticking to a plan, and you have the plan,
Mhm.
But it's the sticking to and how. So we're going to open it up for a conversation. How do you stick to your plan? We got TJ and Dryer Buzz and Ann in the clubhouse
Morning.
over here, and then we have Sean, and who else do we have over here? Sean and some other unnamed people because Facebook is
Facebook
not
is
showing their names,
mhm.
watching over here. So how are you sticking to the plan? How do you stick to your plan? Anybody can jump in this conversation.
Mhm.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
TJ. Happy Monday, TJ.
Yeah, so this, sticking to the plan, talking about plans and systems is my favorite topic because you can't do anything without a plan. I mean, you can, but you lose your way. You don't accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish because you don't have the guideposts that you set up ahead. Like I'm taking a trip. Well, you have to set the GPS up. You can't just say, well, I'm going and I'll wherever I end up, I'm there. So yes, you have to have the plan. You have to stick to it. And having the plan is a part of success. And a lot of people don't get this part of it because I don't know. Maybe they think it's work or I'm just gonna wing it. And when you wing it, you just get whatever comes to you. So, and it definitely with marketing and social media, you gotta have a plan. It doesn't have to be, I've got this, it's everything to the T. Just guidelines to know, well, I want to accomplish this. What do I need to do that? And then you write the steps, and then you put it to the side when you need it.
Yeah.
And it keeps you on the path. I'm done speaking.
Thank you. And see, that's the thing, sticking to the path. Have you ever gone for a walk in, I'm going to say the woods? I'm not saying forest because probably forest, but I will do woods. You're walking and you're hiking on the woods, and they have a path. I can say that in Yosemite and some other national parks, they have a path. And they carve out a path for you so you don't get into trouble, like walking off and falling over the falls because you didn't stick to the path. There's danger when you don't stick to the path. And we've heard it here in California. Yosemite. Yeah, definitely Yosemite. People do dumb stuff like climb over the rails. And I'm like, they tell you, here's a rail, stay on the path, take your camera and shoot the picture from here and not climb over the rails. So getting out off the path can be dangerous for you. Not, and you not here is not going to cause, you won't be able to fulfill your goal. So there's a danger of not sticking with the path or sticking with the plan. The danger is you won't meet your goal. You won't get where you want it to be. And a lot of people, like TJ said, they're looking around, well, how come I haven't gotten this? And how come I don't have a number and I don't have this and I don't have enough followers? We talked about that too, about having followers or building up your YouTube page. Well, you got to have content going out consistently. But there has to be a plan on how you want to do that consistently. It took us a minute to try and figure out how we are going to get BizChicks on. Okay, we figured out that we needed to come here Monday through Friday with a different topic or, a themed topic. What do people need in their business? Okay, we have conversations, and then we invite guests on and things of that nature. And then Tuesday, TJ talks about our social media and how we need to fix that up. Wednesday, we talk about money. Okay, what? Because we are trying to make money, so we need to talk about it. Thursday, we need to be healthy. And then Friday, there's tech. So everything that we're doing, it took us a minute to figure out what it was that we were going to do. But we have a plan. So the plan has topics. So it's easy for us to find content to put in those buckets and slots because we had a plan. We're going to talk about this on this day, this on this day, this on this. And it keeps you on a rhythm, like TJ said. It keeps you from trying to figure stuff out and being all willy-nilly. We know where we're going on Tuesday. We know what's happening. Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, the plan keeps you sane. The plan keeps you
I
together.
love
The
it. Keeps you
plan is
sane.
when you're blinded by something. I heard someone say this morning about about talking about social media and stuff, and they were saying, well, like, what happens when somebody in your family dies or you're sick and you don't feel like doing whatever? And they were talking about having everything set up, like a system set up that you didn't have to touch it all the time. And I was like, that's right. You're supposed to have your plan set up to where if I don't do anything on Saturday and Sunday on the weekends online. That's me. I plan for that. So if something, so you have to plan for that when the plan keeps you on the track. It's your track for the train when something goes wrong or you can't get to it and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. Let me stick to the plan.
Right.
Let me look at my plan because I wrote it down because I know where I wanted to go.
Right.
So something might happen to try to derail. That's life. Things happen and you can't do it. So you go, well, let me look at my plan. And again, if you're traveling, let me see where's the next stop. Where are the guideposts? Where are the mile post markers and on the highway and all of that. All of those things is to keep you on track. So you have to rely on them.
Right.
I'm done speaking.
Thank you. Claudia says, this idea works for all I do for Boxables. If I help a client with a pantry haul and they don't follow her recommendations. If I help a client with a pantry rehaul, I think she's talking about revamping the pantry because that's what she does, and they don't follow her recommendations. Or if I send a proposal and the client wants to save money by coordinating a party by themselves, they will find they are so disappointed after they find out the time they have wasted by planning their own event or planning their events themselves. They probably wish they would have stuck to the plan because she's worked out a plan for them. But you know how we do. Oh, I could do that myself. Why don't we just?
Yes, and they think they can get wholesale prices, and and a lot of these things are based on relationships.
And you can't do what she does. And it's the same thing with TJ. If I'm hiring TJ to help me figure out my social media plan, which you can do, by the way, she can help you get a plan together. She can, I don't know, do you do custom plans too, TJ, where you can customize a plan for them? I know she has a social media planner that you can follow, but she can help you.
I have the planner, which is just, it's just planning out your social media for the week, just a guideline. But if you're talking about, your whole, I have a goal of I want to make money online, then that's always custom because I have to say, well, what's your business? And let's talk about your industry and what are you doing what are you doing? What's your audience? What's your customer? So I have to have a conversation with you first to find out what it is that you want, and then I could tell you how to get there. That's the custom part, because there's a lot of people online, and I'm just talking about it today, looking at Instagram. Everybody's like, I'm a social media this, I'm a digital this, and I'm a this, that, and I'm like, okay, I know all of you don't know all of the stuff. You're just regurgitating what you heard from somebody else. But when you can talk to someone who has an idea, a goal, and you tell them how to get there, that's when you really know your stuff. So you have to talk to people and find out, wait a minute, I asked you one question. What is it you want? You want more sales? You want to build your audience? You want to do this and that? Because that'll tell me, okay, this is your plan. This is what you need to focus on. Not all that other stuff that everybody else is talking about online. You got your own individual plan that you need. So that's the custom part of it. I'm done speaking.
Thank you. And this is
hey, ladies, I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, go ahead, Yolanda.
I got a few minutes. I'm waiting on some pizza. You know what the biggest thing that I find when I talk to people, they come to me, they want to how to use social media for business. one of the, let me answer the first question you guys asked. What's the plan for the week? My plan for this week is don't do what I don't need to do.
Okay, that's a winner.
Worried about what we need to do at another time. Don't do what you don't need to do right now. And somebody right now is doing what they don't need to do.
Right.
And the thing about it is social media has entirely changed. Okay? And we hold on to stuff too much. There's somebody coming on social media now because they should have been there 10 years ago. But they're coming on and trying to do what they should have did 10 years ago. Read the room. Right? Half of that stuff we ain't even doing no more. Pick a platform, tell people what you're doing, who you are, what you have to offer, in fact, just get on here each and every day and deliver on your promise. And if you haven't promised anything, why haven't you promised something? If you're on social media, whether you are a business, an entrepreneur, you want to be a brand, or you just want to be somebody reading something, right? You've made a promise. You get that follow back, that's a promise. You get that like, that's a promise. You subscribe, that's a promise. You created a channel, that's a promise. Just deliver on your promise. And at the beginning of the day, not at the end of the day, am I prepared to deliver on my promise? If you are not prepared to deliver on your promise, get off. Love off. You even ran the rest of us. And I'm so tired and frustrated with it. It's not that hard. You get up, you walk out your door. Social media is the same way. You got an open sign, put that open sign up. You close for the day, put that close sign up. You got to say it, testimony, you got to say. You got a book, testimony, you got a book. It's so everybody, they got a book, but they don't tell nobody they got a book. Okay, it's your book. You bring it out. It's my book, my book. Okay, it's your book. I don't know what, I can't go in the bookstore and say, I need her book. It's cool. They look at you like you're crazy. It's like, come on. Don't do what you don't need to do. Do what you need to do. What you need to do. Live up to your promise. You have established a promise out here. I followed you because you promised that I would get something in the form of content. I'm sitting here. I pulled into this parking lot. I'm early to get pizza. BizChicks has a promise that they're going to come on and have coffee and conversation on a Monday morning. I pulled over. I'm like, I'm early. I want to get somewhere and sit and listen. You guys have delivered on your promise. And here's the conversation. I'm going to give your mic back. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Yolanda.
And we appreciate everybody who tunes in on, because we know you could be somewhere else.
For real. We got Carlos over here.
Yes. Hey, Carlos. We could have been anywhere. Carlos says he's back from the banned world of Facebook. And, you know, we've talked about Facebook on Friday, and I don't know what their plan was on Friday, but not Friday, was it? Last Monday. They had an issue last Monday, which affected a whole lot of other people. And TJ, were they doing an upgrade or something? I don't know what was happening, but
well, they haven't, you know. First of all, Facebook hasn't been open and honest with us, but there was a DNS issue, and they were, you know, DNS has to do with the domain and having it connected to their server. So if there's a disconnect there, you go to facebook.com or you go to whatever.com. It's like, I think I explained on Friday, it's like the house not being there. Like, you know the address, you go there every day, and this day you went there and there was no house standing there, or this house was invisible. That's what happened. There was a disconnect. So and Facebook was there, it's just that the connection wasn't there. But I want to mention real quick about what Driver said about social media and people coming in now and following old information. That's like one of my pet peeves. I'm like, I just rant on that. It's like you have to keep up with what's going on today. Like, you can't take advice from somebody who wrote a social media post 3 years ago or a blog post. You know, I see that all the time, and it makes me mad because it pops up. So social media is always changing. It's changing now. It's going to continue to change because now Facebook is being called to the carpet. So I said last week, get ready for Facebook to change. It has to. It's going to change. So how do you keep up with all the changes? You come to the BizChicks, or you follow me, or you follow with Karen, Coach Karen, with money, with the help on Thursday, and we do the tech wrap up on Friday. You have to be there, like Driver said. We're consistently there. So that's the biggest thing that you need to know about social media. But what do I need to know? Be there. And like Jarvis says, if you don't have anything to say, don't say anything. You don't have to.
It's okay.
And especially with Instagram, you can be quiet, and when you come back, guess what? Instagram lets everybody that follows you know, hey, so-and-so posted a message in a very long time. That's what it says. It says,
Right.
so-and-so hasn't posted in a while. Here's their new post, and you go over.
Right.
So the boat is still there. You don't, if you don't have a message, if you don't have anything to say today, that's of value. Because you can say a lot of nonsense today. You can just put up some, I always tell people, just put up quotes, just random quotes. I'm like, what does that give me today? Nothing. So if you don't have anything to give of value today, don't say anything. Post something tomorrow. Or post something in a couple days. The people will come because they've invested in you. They hit that follow button. Like Jarvis said, they hit that button. They follow you. Now you deliver something. I'm done speaking.
Thank you. Carlos has a couple of things here. He said a friend of mine wrote 3 books and never had a marketing plan. So, Carlos, are you saying how did that go for him? Or does he still have the 3 books that he wrote, but we just don't know who they are?
And they're stacked in the garage.
Yeah. He says Facebook, he agreed with TJ that they had lost their DNS. They had to go to their actual servers to change it. And he says, I give Facebook 5 years before it loses most of its base. Facebook is in trouble because its algorithm is so corrupt that it can't be fixed. It will eventually piss too many people off. The friend with the books didn't sell well because he didn't have a marketing plan. And we have people in here, if you got a book and you want to market it, we have people in the clubhouse and we got people who are on the different platforms over here that can help you publish a book. You don't have to do this alone. We keep saying that you don't have to do this by yourself. Then we got a quote here. We have a comment from Mark Ward. He says, I post quotes daily with my perspective. I find them helpful, so I'm going to disagree with love.
Okay, so let me address that, Mark. I don't see Mark puts quotes, but they're relevant. I'm talking about people that just, okay, it's Monday, I gotta post motivational Monday, let me just do a quote that doesn't fit their industry. But see, Mark doing quotes fits his industry.
Right.
That fits who he is. Because I'm following him for inspiration in that. But I'm saying somebody who's I'm trying to think of something. Somebody who's a dry cleaner and they just post a Martin Luther King Jr. quote or something. I'm throwing out names. That has nothing to do with their business, or they're putting up, what I'm saying is they're putting up a post because somebody told them they have to post.
Right.
That's a part of it. But you have to post relevant, helpful, valuable, entertaining information that fits your target audience. So Mark doing quotes fits the target audience. I'm not talking about Mark. I'm talking about people who just, I need to post something. Let me throw up a quote that I found from whoever, P.T. Barnum or something. It has nothing to do with who they are in their message.
And so we've talked about this before. If you have nothing to say, I believe this is what TJ is saying. If you don't have anything to say, don't say anything. Dryer Buzz said the same thing. Just when you have something to say it. Because one thing, I can't read all of that stuff that comes across, like my messenger. I was like, okay, stop. If the only reason you'll get something from us on Messenger is if we got something important to say. I'm not just flipping out, follow this and do that and do all this other stuff. If we don't think it's important, we're not going to put it out there. And then what is this? Carlos says, my quote is for the day is peanut butter is yummy. It is yummy too, by the way. Oh my gosh. So anybody else want to join in this conversation? I think this is really good. Mark said, listen, TJ knows more about social media than me. No news there. I love her. Yep, we do. Because she keeps it real for us.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. I love you, Mark.
Yeah, it keeps us on the straight and narrow. Oh, wait, a path?
Mhm. Helps us to stick to our plan.
Can I break in for another bit? Because see, this is my when I saw the title, friend,
About
like
plan.
stick to the plan. Like this is my wheelhouse. I love a plan because the planning helps you keep yourself sane and keep the crazy away of like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do. Da, 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 da. If you sit down and make your plan, especially if you're planning posts for the week, like I have the it's just a PDF where it just organizes your thoughts. So when something crazy happens in the rest of the week, you don't have to panic. I don't have to panic. I have my plan. And then on the other hand, having the larger plan of like marketing for your business, you want to have that too, because it keeps you from doing the squirrel thing where you see something, somebody's talking about this new thing. Let me go over there and try it. Well, you just got off the path. Your train derailed because you saw somebody talking about something and you wanted to investigate that. Stick with your plan. It keeps you sane. It keeps you from going crazy. You know what to do. When something happens, like with Facebook last week, it was like, okay, if you can't get on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, then go to something else. Work on your website. Work on your email list. Work on something else that you own. That was the whole point, but people didn't get it. So I'll keep talking about it because it's necessary, because people need to have a plan, and then the plan will change and you need to adjust it or fine tune it somehow, coming up with the changes. So that's a whole part of it. I'm done speaking.
Thank you. And Dr. Tachi, before you jump in, I just want to introduce to everybody Jolene. Welcome to Clubhouse.
Hi, Jolene.
And we just want to say hi, Jolene. And she's new on Clubhouse. I see the little whatever that thing
party
is.
hat. Party
hat. Is that a party hat?
Party horn or
party popper, actually.
Oh, okay, thank you, because I got to get my emoji straight. I'm still learning emoji. Okay, Dr. Tachi, you have the floor.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I just, as Terry was speaking about all of this, Terry it made me think of Master of None. How this was their problem, and this continues to be their problem. I don't want to say they don't plan, because they have to plan to a certain extent. But when you see a shiny new toy, oh, social audio, let's do it. Oh, publishing, let's do it. Oh, dog walking, let's do it. That's the problem. So they have a plan, but they continuously deviate from it because they get distracted by shiny objects, like a cat and a laser. So I need them to stop being the cats with lasers and balls of yarn, getting distracted by every little thing. So when you were talking about, this whole thing, the planning, and then TJ started speaking, it reminded me of this. And then I don't know why I hate the term piggyback. It makes sense, but to add to what TJ was saying, when it comes to video, video is my thing. You're planning for social media, but in the micro planning of that, you're also planning for video, right? Because most of us are going to put our video products on social media. Most people are not applying to exhibit at film festivals, so they're not trying to produce for television. The average person who is producing video, it's going on social media. So within your larger social media plan, you should have a micro plan of what you're going to do with your video. Plan out your videos for the week, for the 2 weeks, for the month, if you can, right? What are you going to talk about? Because that keeps you on your plan as well. If you don't have a plan, then chances are you're not going to do your videos because you don't know what the hell to talk about. So part of this whole micro planning, because I don't like but co-planning of this, is also planning what you're going to put on social media. And in a lot of cases, that's going to be a video. Plan out your video strategy as well. I release the mic.
Thank you, Dr. Tachi. Yeah, And talking, by the way, the master of none she was referring to is Facebook. Hey, Felicia, come on up. And will
We
you
got all the women in the house.
have Jolene say something? Go ahead, Felicia.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Felicia Shelton. Thank you so much for allowing me on your platform. I just had to comment. I'm working from home. I work remotely, and I just had to comment and thank Dr. Tashi for what she just said. I work and study abroad, but before that, I worked also as an educator, and I need to get on my videos. So thank you. I just want to say thank you for that, because like you said, it's not just to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do a video. I video about, and I talk about travel, international travel, living abroad, working abroad, as well as, just travel for leisure and design. But no one's going to know all of the wonderful things that I have to share with them if I don't make a plan to really sit down and strategize about the topics, and also do some market research. What do people really want to talk about? So this, as I'm working here at my desk, thank you so much, because that was just a little ding, 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 something to put on, to look forward to at the end of my day. Thank you.
You're welcome, Felicia. And
may I respond? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say 2 minutes for a response. Anyway, but thank you so much. It's good to hear feedback, because sometimes when I talk, I'm like, well, hopefully it's helping someone, because even if it's not, I'm going to continue to talk. But it's good to hear when it's actually helping someone. And I just wanted to point you in the direction of, sometimes the thing to light a fire under you is when there is a goal. So if you don't know about it already, I'd like to tell you to apply for the LinkedIn Creator Accelerator program. This is really aimed at getting, they're just trying to get a lot of video on their platform. So they have an accelerator program where they're going to accept, I think, 15 people into the program to create content, to create videos. And it's all a 10-week program. And over those 10 weeks, you're going to have a project. What better way to get something done, especially with travel videos? Do you know how hot travel is? I am all over travel videos on YouTube, walking travel tours of New York City, of Dubai, every place. So, I mean, that could totally be you if you're interested in doing that. So check out the LinkedIn Creator Accelerator program. Tomorrow is the last day to apply. This is for everyone. I release the mic.
Thank you, Dr. Tasha.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. See, we would have never known had Felicia not expressed what she was doing. Then Dr. Tachi tells us that we can actually get help with video.
Yes, $15,000.
Look, they're going to give you money to help you create. This is good. Go ahead.
Can I mention real quick?
Yeah.
Also, Dr. Tashi has her video series. Is it Be More or she's got videos about
yes.
How to be better on video.
Right.
With lighting and setting and all
audio.
Of that. Is it Be More
Yeah, Be More and you can. There are a bunch of episodes up on everywhere. So YouTube, Facebook, Master of None, also Instagram. You can go to my Felicia, if you're interested, go to my bio and check it out. Like you go to Linktree, it will take you to all those different places. But yeah, check it out, because I give some tips and do some interviews with people on how to be better with your video and live stream.
And Carlos, you see, we got a lot of people in this community that do all of these things that can help you. You don't have to do it alone. Carlos has my product for live production, has been doing great. YOLO Live, that's YOLOLIV. You only live once live. I believe that's what he means. And there is a link here that we will put in the chat, and we'll put it in on YouTube. We'll put it in the description. And Dr. Tachi talked to us about the LinkedIn Accelerator, so we'll put that in there. And also Dr. Tachi's Be More we'll put that over in the description of YouTube as well. I'm Okay. We're getting better with YouTube. And we even have a workshop coming up on the 16th. It's a Saturday. And
He says that's the name of his product and his company.
okay.
Mhm.
Carlos has been doing production for a while. He used to do some production for major um, broadcasting company, and but he's been teaching how to do it. And I was amazed when he talked about how you can do all these camera shoots with a iPhone.
Mhm.
So you got help here in the room. Dr. Tachi, Carlos, and TJ is over there with the social media. So they'll help you get it all, the content created, but it all kind of start with a plan. So once you get the content created with Dr. Tachi and Carlos, and then TJ will help you get it out there. For those of you who are writing a book and been stuck on stuck, then Cheryl Ferguson can help you get unstuck. We got people in the house that can help you. Dryer Buzz, she's finding Yolanda, but she's got some skills with how to market yourself online. So we got help in the house.
Mhm.
Avail yourself to the help. And this is all here for you. Terry and I, this is what we do. Find all the people who can help, bring
And
them
help
in the room,
facilitate. Yeah. We
bring
just
them
we
all
just
in.
a party here.
Yeah.
Here.
Carlos says, I'm an authorized dealer for all. So major products in live streaming. So you got help here in the room. Jolene, so how is your first time in? And you'll have to unmute your mic to talk.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me. I am excited. I heard about Clubhouse listening to your Facebook broadcast the other day. I don't know if it was Smart Money Management or no, it was another BizChicks early morning talk that you guys were having. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to go check it out. You know, you've dropped a few nuggets in my ear, and you've had some conversations with me in regards of different creative projects that I have inside me. And this whole conversation this morning just really spoke to everything that's on the inside of me. And just what Dr. Tachi was saying about being a cat that follows the laser. We have so many things on the inside of us, but we didn't stick to the one thing. And so I think just that alone as a ringing message for me for this week, stick to the plan, stick to the script. And so thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on, and welcome to Clubhouse. All right. That is all I have for today. Terry, you want to?
I'm good. I just want you guys to know that your routine is your plan. And if you need to switch your plan, don't be afraid to switch your plan. If you're facing a different customer, you may need a new strategy. Um, we have one last comment here from Carlos. He says, most people never made a plan. So if you don't have one,
So if you have one, it's great.
okay, so if you have one, it's great. So most of us have achieved the most important thing about planning, and that is to create one. Remember, guys, go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow. TJ will be here talking social media strategies. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you. We also want to encourage you to become a part of the BizChicks Circle, and we'll put that information up.
And that'll also be in the YouTube description, but you can just text BIZ to 33777 and join the community over there. Let's see, I got a little thing here. Dr. Tachi put the LinkedIn Accelerator in the back channel where you can get that link over there. Thank you, Dr. Tachi.
That is so kind. She is just
wealth of knowledge.
So with that, we want to remind you, go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.